Okay, it's time for a cheeky discount multi on part 1 of the Sugo-Fest here. Now, Kizuna Sugo-Fest are like the best value for me because I have like none of the Kizuna legends. In terms of this new batch, I wouldn't say they're worth it, but I am just gonna try and hand it a discount multi. I think you guys should as well, especially if you're missing a lot of the Kizuna exclusive legends. Personally, on this banner, I'm missing both Crocodile and Mr. Zero, Khalifa, as well as Whitebeard. Of course, I would like dupes of Halloween Uta. I would also really like dupes of Lucy, surprisingly. I'm working on a 6-star version. Two very different characters that have the unique abilities. In the 6-star plus form of Lucy, here is just special rewind in his captain. But in his 6-star form, here is a special bind. It's very different. And of course, they are strength based in 6-star form, and then 6 plus is quick based. So I do have the 6 plus maxed, but besides that, what characters are available in terms of rate boost? We are looking for Doflamingo on this banner. The Kobe and Alvida, I don't think is actually available here. So, I mean, I'm also hoping to get those 2 other rate boosted units. Of course, most of the time when you see a few animations, it means you're getting a rate boosted regular character. So, if we see that, we know we're getting something at least substantial. Part 2, I'm not missing anything, so I'm not going there. And then, of course, a ton of Kizuna rare recruits here. But let's just take a look at the drop rates before we get into the Sugo-Fest. Of course, discount multis still have the exact same rates as the other multis. It's not reduced because you're spending less gems. That would be very scummy. But either way, let's just see how rates boosted Crocodile and Robin is. It might be split evenly across all legends. Unlike the treasure map Sugo-Fest. Unlike the treasure map Sugo-Fest. So there is going to be 15 legends here. Yeah, it seems evenly split. 0.1 there for 6-star forms of characters that have 5-star forms. But everything is very even. The Doflamingo and the Jumbe, as well as a few other characters, have a pretty high rate. But it's nothing extraordinary. I don't know why they're saying they're rate boosted. There's quite a few characters that have a very high rate, but they're not mentioned on the banner. Either way, enough stalling, let's get into the pools themselves. Of course, just one multi, only have 50 rainbow gems. Come on. One chance. One chance. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Animations. Okay. Winning stars. Come on, Luffy. Damn it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. No cutting, 2, 3, 4. We got Doflamingo. We got Doflamingo. Okay. That does mean guaranteed Doflamingo, right? That's a decent pull. This unit was cracked when they came out. Well, only for their Kizuna, because the old Kizuna recruits were only like good in their own Kizuna because they had boosted abilities. This character's trash now, of course. Doflamingo, thank you. I'll take you. He's a pretty decent character. He does rely quite a bit on the Crocodile and a Robin character, mainly because he only gets the most out of his effects when you have some form of captain swap, which you can provide from the captain shift ability. So I mean, he does work with any captain shift unit, or if the enemy swaps your captains, then you get an extra 0.4 in your multipliers. But the main reason I say that they are reliant on the Crocodile and Robin is the fact that they provide a conditional attack boost for only weakened enemies. Unfortunately, the only 2 characters that come to mind that actually give the enemy weakness through full immunity is going to be the Gear 5 Strength Luffy from the New Year's. His X Super provides weakness through immunity, and then of course the new Robin and Crocodile. If there are any other characters that you can think of, please tell me in the comments. But if you're not using those characters, it's likely that you won't be able to inflict the enemy with weakness, since they always have immunity. So this character's conditional boost is very rare to actually be usable. They still provide a all boost, threshold reduction, and then for some reason you have to have 2 or more 7 Warlords of the Sea, so 1 character besides Doflamingo himself, to proc the ability to do attack down reduction and buff your attack boost twice, or give the opportunity to do that. I think the attack down reduction should have just been there in his abilities. If this was to weaken and increase damage taken enemies, it would be much better. There are many characters that do that. Unfortunately, Doflamingo, I don't see him being used all too much. But once again, I said this in the comment of the breakdown video. This character can reach insane numbers when you actually like get him under the right conditions. Because remember, he's buffing the conditional attack boost and the orb boost. So he's getting a 2.9x orb boost and a 2.65x conditional attack boost. And then still 6-turn utility for threshold and attack down. He also allows existing attack boosts to be buffed twice. So he's really helping with damage. For a rare recruit character, this is great. But it's just too many strings attached, pun intended, for Doflamingo to be really that great. But let's see what we get in the rest of the multi. Come on. Can we see Kizuna? Rare recruits, I'm missing quite a few of those. Ayurudin, this character I think came with Bartolomeo and Cavendish. Was even trash upon release, I think. Bob? I thought this guy was a treasure map rare recruit. Guess not. Another Kuma. Surely this guy gets a level him up break. Oh my days. Is he a Kizuna rare recruit? I don't remember. 11th poster. Another Doki. I think I have this character 150 already. They're quite a recent character actually. What does this guy do? Damage now reduction, bind by 6, own orb to 1-0. Okay, he buffs chain multiplicative or chain boosts. Okay, whatever. Overall, I'd say that's a pretty decent multi. Considering I am going to go quite hard in this Superboss Kizuna, having Doflamingo is really cool. Of course, he's going to be better in this Kizuna than the Cabin Boy and Kobe supporter recruit. Of course, he's going to allow me to get more Superboss tokens. I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope if you did a discount multi, it went just as well, if not a bit better. Unfortunately, the legend rate is only about 1.5x. So the chances of you seeing a red per multi are unlikely. Like, I think if you have a 10% chance of a red rate, then it's usually 1 red per multi. That's 2 times legend rate. But at this rate, you shouldn't really be expecting much. But as I said, do the discount multis on part 1 and 2. If you do have a few more gems and you're willing to go to step 3, guarantee yourself Doflamingo, then I would say do it. For Kobe, I wouldn't say he's worth 3 multis, but definitely the Doflamingo if you are a competitive player. But yeah, pretty decent banner. We have Khalifa there, of course the 6-star Mihawk and Perona. The white bed's also not too bad. But yeah, not the greatest Sugo-Fest. I'd say just hold out until there's a better Kizuna Sugo-Fest in the game. A good example of an actual good Kizuna Sugo-Fest to pull on would be the Sugo-Fest with Journey on it, and Dragon. So if you are missing a lot of Kizuna legends like me, a banner like that is way more value than this kind of a Kizuna Sugo-Fest. It does have support characters, which is pretty nice if you're missing those, but you really shouldn't be going hard for these. One Piece days, of course, in like 2 weeks. But that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace, and I'm out.